So in this video, we're going to talk about how to apply multi-step inequalities to solving problems. So let's look at this problem. 4 people are going as a group to watch a movie. A movie ticket costs $9. A snack box costs $2. They have a total of $50. Write and solve an inequality to determine how many snack boxes B that they can buy. So how do we go about solving this? So remember, whenever we have a word problem, we're going to use our strategy for solving word problems. We're going to start off by trying to understand the problem. Then we're going to make a plan to solve. Then we're going to solve, and we're going to reflect on our solution. So sometimes you'll have to translate words or phrases into math symbols to write inequalities. So here are some words and phrases that translate into inequality symbols. So if we have fewer than, that's going to be less than. We have more than, that's going to be greater than. At most is going to be a less than or equal to, and at least is going to be a greater than or equal to. Be careful with that at least, because that is kind of a tricky one, because you see the least and think it's a less than, but at least really means greater than or equal to. So let's revisit this problem now. We have 4 people that are going to watch the movie, so I think 4 people is kind of important. A movie ticket costs $9. A snack box costs $2. They have a total of $50. So we're going to write and solve an inequality to determine how many snack boxes B that they can buy. So let's outline the information that we have. We have 4 people, and we're going to pay $9 per ticket. So $9 for tickets. Okay, so we know that all 4 of them are going to watch the movie. So 4 people for $9 per ticket. That means that for tickets, we're going to spend a total of 4 times $9, which equals $36. Okay, because we're just going to say that everyone is going to watch the movie. So a snack box is going to cost $2 a box, right? But we don't know how many boxes they're going to buy. So we don't know. So the number of boxes is going to be our unknown, okay? And then it says we have a total of $50. So now let's work on making a plan to solve this. So we know that they're going to buy tickets, and we know that they're trying to buy snacks, okay? But then tickets and snacks can't go more than $50, right? It has to be less than 50 because that's all the money that they have. It can be equal to 50, so we're going to say less than or equal to. So they're going to spend $36 for tickets, and for snacks, it's $2 a box for B number of boxes. So 36 plus 2B is going to be less than or equal to 50. So now let's solve this inequality to figure out how many snack boxes they can buy. Well, I'm going to start off by moving this 36 away. So I'm going to subtract 36 from both sides, right? Because this is a positive 36. So when I do that on the left, 36 and minus 36 will cancel. So I have 2B is less than or equal to 50 minus 36, which is 14. Now to solve for B, we're going to divide both sides by 2. So on the left side, 2 and 2 will cancel. So I have B is less than or equal to 14 divided by 2, which is 7. So I'm saying that they can buy 7 boxes or something less than 7. So let's see if our inequality makes sense. So what you can do when you're testing solutions for inequalities, you can just pick some point that's within that region. So any number that's less than 7 should make sense in my inequality. So if I try that, so let's say 0, okay? Let's say they didn't buy no boxes. So I'm saying 36 plus 2 times 0. And I'm going to check if that's less than or equal to 50. Well, that gives me 36 plus 2 times 0 is 0. And we're checking if that's less than or equal to 50. And it is, right? 36 is less than or equal to 50, so my solution does make sense. So B is less than or equal to 7 boxes. That is my answer. So this problem tells me that to win the blue ribbon for the heaviest pumpkin crop at the county fair, the average weight of John's 2 pumpkins must be at least 819 pounds. One of his pumpkins weighs 887 pounds. What must be the weight of the second pumpkin P in order for John to win the blue ribbon? So let's look for the important information in this problem. So it says the average weight must be at least 819 pounds. That at least is one of our important phrases that's going to translate into an inequality. So it says one pumpkin weighs 887 pounds. What must be the weight of the second pumpkin, P, in order for him to win the ribbon? So our important information is that the average is at least 819. Well, since we know that at least is an inequality, let's go ahead and write that. So we know average at least means greater than or equal to, so that's greater than or equal to 819. So we know that pumpkin 1 is 887, and we are trying to find pumpkin 2, and that is equal to P, which is our unknown. So now let's make a plan to solve this problem. So what does it mean when you have the average? Remember, average means you take two numbers, add them together, and divide by 2. So the average of the pumpkins will be pumpkin 1 plus pumpkin 2, and we're going to divide that by 2. Well, pumpkin 1 is 887. Pumpkin 2, it tells us, is P. So we're going to take that and divide it by 2, and then it tells us that that average is at least 819. So that's going to be greater than or equal to 819. So now we need to work on solving this inequality. So we have an inequality where the entire inequality is being divided by 2, right? Everything over here on the left side is divided by 2. So we're going to start off by undoing that divided by 2 and multiply both sides by 2. So when I do that on the left, this 2 and 2 will cancel. So I have 887 plus P is greater than or equal to 819 times 2, which is 1638. So now to get P by itself, I'm going to need to subtract 887 from both sides. And when I do that, I get, on the left side, I have P is greater than or equal to 1638 minus 887, which is 751. Okay, so pumpkin 2 has to be greater than or equal to 751 pounds in order for him to win the county fair. So let's think about if that works, and if it works in this context of the problem. So let's pick a number that's bigger than 751. I'm just going to pick 800, okay, because that's a number bigger than 751. So is 887 plus 800 divided by 2, is that bigger than or equal to 819? Well, if we do this on our calculator, you can do 887 plus 800, which will give you 1687 divided by 2. And is that bigger than or equal to 819? Well, 1687 divided by 2 is 843, and 843 is bigger than 819, so that solution does work. So pumpkin 2 has to be bigger than or equal to 751 pounds. So in this problem, it tells us that one cell phone company offers a plan that costs $29.99 and includes unlimited texting. Another company offers a plan that costs $19.99 and charges 40 cents per text. For how many texts does the second company's plan cost more than the first company's plan? So let's think about what's important in this problem. So we have a plan for one cell phone company that costs $29.99 and it has unlimited texting. Another company offers a plan that costs $19.99 and charges 40 cents per text. So for how many texts does the second company's plan cost more than the first company's plan? Well, here's that more than. Remember, that's one of our phrases that represents an inequality symbol. So let's go through and let's figure out what we're going to do in this problem. So we're comparing two companies, right? I'm going to call the first company cell 1. And that is going to cost just $29.99. We don't have any additional fees. Then we're going to compare it to cell phone company 2. That is going to cost $19.99. And then we're going to add 40 cents per text. Well, we don't have something to represent text, right? We're not given a variable, and so we can just define it ourselves. I'm just going to call text equals T, okay? You can pick any variable you like, but I'm just going to call it T. So now let's think about how we're going to compare these. So it wants to say for how many texts is the second company, so cell phone 2, more than the first company, okay? So we can actually write an inequality based on the information we have. We're trying to figure out where 19.99 plus 40 cents times T is greater than 29.99. So now how are we going to solve this inequality? Let's start off by subtracting 19.99 from both sides. So when we do that on the left, we get 19.99 and minus 19.99 that cancel. Then we have 0.40 T, which is bigger than 29.99 minus 19.99, which is 10. Now to solve for T, we're going to divide both sides by 0.40. So you're going to get 10 divided by 0.40 on the right side. So that's going to leave you with T is greater than 25. Okay, so that means that if you send more than 25 texts, cell phone company 2's plan is going to cost more. And believe it or not, when cell phones first came out, this is actually how people used to figure out which plan made more sense. So let's just try an example and let's see if our equation actually works. So just pick any number that's bigger than 25. I don't know, I'm going to pick 100. Okay, so say you send 100 texts. So say you do 19.99 plus 0.40 times 100 is bigger than 29.99. Okay, so that's going to tell me that 19.99 plus 0.40 times 100 is going to be 40. And is that greater than 29.99? So 19.99 plus 40 is going to be 59.99. And that is greater than 29.99. So I know that my solution is correct. Okay, so for T is greater than 25 texts, cell phone company 2 is going to be more expensive than cell phone company 1. So remember, when you're solving word problems, remember to do these steps. You're going to start off by understanding the problem, then you're going to make a plan, solve the problem, and then reflect on your solution.